Every good painting has a good underpainting. It's simple. It doesn't take a lot of time to complete the underpainting, but the underpainting is the bones of the painting. And if you have mistakes here, it's really hard to fix them as you build the layers of your painting. And honestly, sometimes the underpainting is my favorite part. Like, sometimes I feel like I could just leave it just like this and it would be a pretty dope painting. All we're doing is looking at, the shadows and where the light is hitting, and looking at like the contrast between those two and trying to lay them along with like the proportions and all that stuff. And this is what I have been learning as I've been building my body of work, as I have been carving out and figuring out my style. And that is like the slow and steady progress of building a successful art career. This is probably the longest and most important stage, and this is the bones of my career, is this methodical part of creating painting after painting to, one, develop my craft, and two, to carve out my style, and what do I want to say with my paintings, and how do I translate that from canvas to viewer. Now I'd like to introduce you to the Orange Lady, or that's what I'm calling her at this point. She doesn't have a name yet, but she is the Orange Lady in this video. And she turned out so cool. She is one of the many paintings in my new collection, which is titled Wild Ones. If you want to see the collection and where it's at so far, you can check it out on my website at jessicadarlingstudio.com. She's in my portfolio as we speak, and she is side by side with the other paintings and art pieces in this collection. This collection, I'm really trying to speak to, the divine feminine and that energy that each person holds, whether you're male or female, representing, but just like this idea that we all have a masculine and feminine side. And that is my main focus for this collection, is just kind of that dark, wild, feminine nature that we all have. Now, with that being said, one thing I'm really excited about, and one thing that is evolving really beautifully, is my website. I've had a website, quote unquote, for probably a little over a year. The one thing I've struggled with a website is figuring out what is the point of my website. Why do I want people to be on my website? What do I want the website to look and what kind of message do I want to relay right away? And I have been doing some thinking. I took some mini courses from other artists, and what I finally landed on was my website is just going to be a place to showcase where I am as an artist today. I think I used to get a little overwhelmed because I'm like, no, I also need to sell my artwork there. I need to have this there. But no, it's just going to be a short introduction of who I am as an artist. It's going to be a place people can contact me. It's going to be my resume. And then lastly, it's going to be my body of work and the pieces that I'm most proud of and the collections that I have put together right now. And then obviously from my website, you can follow links to follow me on Instagram or YouTube. But that is really what my website is going to be about right now. Now, there is a button that says shop on my website, but I didn't actually connect a shop to my website. Like people can't buy it directly from my website, but it will redirect you to Etsy, which is nice because that is just an easier platform for beginning artists and people that are just getting started on selling their bodies of work. So the next goal then is to get to build my Etsy shop, to build the products that are available. I know I only have a few, but I do have a couple of really fun Halloween mugs that are available. And I use a print-on-demand third-party person to help print the design. I did design it myself. They're paintings that I did. And fun fact, the paintings on those 3 mugs, the 3 Halloween mugs, it's a ghost girl, a ghost boy, and a black cat, is those tutorials are also available on my YouTube channel. So if you wanted to go ahead and try to paint those things, you definitely could. And that would be a really fun Halloween activity for you and your family, or just with someone, or a date night, etc. I think knowing this part as far as like what's the point of my website has really helped me create a nice home base for my art. I really like the aesthetic and where it's going. Definitely go check it out. It's coming together really nicely, and it'll just be easier because something I want to do after I'm done putting this collection together of wild ones is, one, I want to make sure that I can get some nice high quality prints available, so that if people want to buy my art and they can't necessarily afford the original piece, they can still have a beautiful piece of artwork in their home. And then the other thing that I've been thinking about too is I'd like to start, exploring and experimenting with getting my artwork licensed to be on products that they sell like in stores in real life. But being a busy mom and working part-time and doing this part-time, I feel like right now I'm in a stage of life that I really just have a lot more ideas than I have time to execute them. But it's really fun to just kind of think about it and dream about how this little idea can expand into a really successful art career. And that's what I think that's the confidence that I'm building, is that this dream can become a reality as long as I stick to it and I keep, I just keep going like in this slow, steady, and methodical way. It's not something that's going to be built overnight. It's not something that is just going to be there just with wishful thinking. It is going to take work, and it's going to be like this slow and steady build over many years, and that's okay. I'll get there when I get there. Right now, I'm in a season of life that's busy, but this is something important that I still carve time out for, and it's something that I'll have more and more time for as the years go by. So, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you guys like this series and these paintings. I really liked the way that this painting turned out, and I love the background. The background is something I'm considering, putting together a few different mock-ups for and submitting to maybe be licensed as fabric or something like that. I think that would be really cool, but we'll see how that evolves when I have time to do that.